Good morning. First at 6 a.m. We are under a pinpoint Doppler 12 severe weather alert on this Friday morning. Live look out at the roadways. This is Route 195 at the Washington Bridge. Snow is now coming down just in time for your morning commute. More schools have decided to cancel classes for the day. You can find those on our website or at the bottom of your screen.
We do have live team coverage for you on this Friday morning. Rosie Woods out in Breaking News 1, keeping an eye on all the road conditions out there.
Todd Wallace is out in New Bedford, one of several communities that have canceled school today.
But first, we want to check in with Michelle right now to see where things are standing on this Friday morning.
Well, the snow is starting to pick up. The temperatures have been dropping, and we're starting to see travel conditions becoming more difficult. That's a trend that's going to continue here through the rest of this morning. Right now, the more moderate snowfall is actually in the northern part of Rhode Island, all the way up into the Boston area. But we are going to see the intensity of the snow, the highest snowfall totals, again, starting to shift a little bit more south as the morning goes on. It's enough, though, across all of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts, whether you're inland or at the coast, to create difficult travel conditions for the morning commute. And you can see this basically the shutoff point right along the Mass Pike, where north of that you're going to get very little snowfall if you have to travel that way. But here in southern New England, whether you're in Connecticut, Rhode Island, or southeastern Massachusetts, very difficult over the next few hours to travel. Our temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s for most. We've cooled significantly from even a few hours ago, so we're sitting at or below freezing for the majority of the area. So the heaviest of the snow going to be now through about lunchtime. It's going to taper off very quickly in the afternoon, so by 3 o'clock it's going to be ending for most of us. Impact's going to be, again, to travel. Very difficult here for the morning hours. These are the snowfall totals, similar to what we had yesterday. I think 3 inches going to be a good bet for many of our areas. In fact, we may have one of those situations where both of these areas, inland areas and near the coastline, end up with similar amounts with about 3 inches of snow. Highest chances of getting those 6-inch totals would be along the coastline and the Cape and the islands, which are still under a winter storm warning. It's a winter weather advisory for Providence and points north. We're going to walk you through the day. My full futurecast coming up in a few minutes. Right now, I want to get a check on road conditions. You can expect a slow ride into work. And for those that are headed to school, what's the latest, Melissa?
Well, it's looking pretty miserable out there. If you're getting ready to walk out the door, 195-95 split. You can see the snow coming down over here. You got wet conditions. It's sticking to the grass in areas. We're starting to get a little bit more traffic on the roads this morning. But again, you're going to need some extra time as the snow continues to fall this morning. Not seeing too many problems on the road, but it's definitely causing some visibility issues out there. If you're making your way along 295 south in between Route 6 and 95, that's just an 8-minute drive. And if you're heading up to Boston this morning, your drive times are looking okay, but tack on a couple of minutes due to having to slow your speeds down. We had an earlier crash over here in Sharon, but we are still seeing some delays in between exits 9 and 11. So if you're planning on heading north this morning, you are going to be slowed down just a little bit in that area and heading into Providence. Just very late traffic still. Live with your pinpoint traffic, Melissa Sardelli, Eyewitness News.
And we'll be monitoring the road conditions all morning long from Breaking News 1.
Eyewitness News reporter Rosie Woods out on the roadways right now. And where are you right now, Rosie?
Hey guys, well right now we're in Warwick, we're on Main Ave. I want to get straight to the roads though because this is the worst we've seen it actually all morning. Now we are headed back on 95 north towards Providence, but right now you can see that there's actually snow finally sticking to the grass, to the bushes. It's even starting to stick a little bit to the roads. They are looking a lot slicker than they were even just about a half hour ago. And again, just an hour ago, we weren't even seeing snow down south near Narragansett, North Kingstown. So this is definitely an improvement. Visibility isn't great, as you can see. But again, we are starting to see plows out. They're actually on the side of the road for most of the morning before this. So we're starting to see plows out there. Make sure not to crowd the plows. Also make sure to just take it slow out there because it is a little slippery. Other than that, again, we're going to have another update for you in about 30 minutes. We'll be towards Providence at that time. And again, traffic is picking up out here, so you'll want to wait and see exactly what's going on. Live in Breaking News 1, Rosie Woods, Eyewitness News.
Rosie, thank you. And our pinpoint weather team coverage continues with a look at how the storm is impacting things in southeastern Massachusetts.
That flake's been flying in New Bedford for about an hour now. That is where Todd Wallace is monitoring the conditions.
Hey, good morning to you both once again. Yes, it's been a steady snowfall, not quite as fast as it had been, I'd say, about 30 minutes ago, but it is starting to stick again on the grass, especially. Someone had actually sent me a message asking whether this was a wet snow. And yeah, it is a wet snow. You can easily make snowballs, and it is again starting to stick here on the grass. Not as much as I thought on the roads and on the parking lot so far. We are at the parking lot of Market Basket here by Bellevue Avenue and Coggeshall Street in New Bedford. By the way, New Bedford schools are now closed. You may want to check the bottom of our screen here as you're watching us to check any other closures, but New Bedford schools are closed, and the parking ban, according to New Bedford Police Facebook page, goes into effect at 7 o'clock this morning. New Bedford Police also tweeting to take it slow, leave early, give yourself extra time. You know the drill. Leave early, give yourself extra time, and also allow enough space between you and the car in front of you. So again, a nice steady snowfall that will continue throughout all of the morning and until at least early afternoon. So please be careful out there. Again, not so much sticking on the street and pavement parking lot that we've seen so far, but if it continues like this, inevitably and eventually it will start to stick here as well. Reporting live with the Southeastern Massachusetts Mobile Newsroom, Todd Wallace, Eyewitness News.